Hi, I'm going to be doing a story time video, and just to get the message across, this is not real. This never happened to me, and I'm making it up as I go along. Okay, so I was at the mall yesterday, and I was just walking around looking for some sort of dress for the school dance, because it's on next Friday. And so I went into Justice to look for some jewelry and things. And there was this guy, he was dressed in all black, and he was wearing a red Nike hat and red Nike shoes. So I was just like, that's weird, because he wasn't doing anything. He was just like staring down people as they walked into the store. So I'm just like, okay. So then I started walking around a bit more, and I noticed that when I went into Starbucks, there was also another guy dressed in all black with a green Nike hat and green Nike shoes. So I was just like, that's odd. They're dressed the same way, just with different colors. So I'm like, what's going on here? So then I went to the food court, and right behind me in line, as you can already guess, was another man just like that. He was dressed in all black, except he had yellow Nike hat and yellow Nike shoes. I was like, this is so weird. What's going on? Like, what's going on? So I really had no idea. So then I thought, like, what's going on? Are they some sort of like friends that like they just like to dress the same way but with different colors? Cause like, what's going on here? Why am I seeing all these different colors? So I'm just starting to walk around a bit, and then all of a sudden I can't see anything. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? So then that's all I remember before I woke up someplace in the mall. Apparently I was in Forever 21, and guess who I see? A man dressed in all black with a blue Nike hat and blue Nike shoes. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they're trying to kidnap me. Something's going on. What's going on? So of course I'm like, what's going on here? I've seen a guy who looks just like you wearing yellow shoes, green and green shoes, red and red shoes. I'm like, what's going on? Is this some sort of conspiracy? I really had no idea. So then of course there was the security guard. So I went to the security guard, and I told him out, and he brought them into his office for questioning. So he asked them, he's like, why is there 4 of you dressed the same? And they just said that they liked doing that. So I'm like, that's not really an answer. Like, you really can't say that as an answer. So then, of course, he asked them other questions like who they are, what their name is, what their date of birth was, if they had been, like, arrested before or something. So at that point, I was just like, okay, I need to get out of here, because there could be more of these people, because obviously the policeman, he had let them go, so obviously he didn't think anything was wrong. So as I'm walking out into the parking lot, there's a guy with a purple Nike hat, purple Nike shoes, dressed in all black. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get to my car. I need to get to my car really, really quick. So I run into my car, and I start driving the opposite way of my house, because of course I don't want the guy knowing where I live. I just start driving and driving and driving, and then after that I didn't see them, and it was just a really weird experience.